Hi everyone, welcome to a video for day 5 of the Punchestown Festival. We had a good decent day yesterday. Deddy Garrett's won, Hurricane Fly won. I think we picked up another place along the way as well. So hopefully we make hay while the sun shines in the last day of the Punchestown Festival. I'm going to be very quick on this one because I want to get some of Sandown into the form as well. In the opening race of Punchestown, quite strongly fancy Size in Europe in the Size in Australia, in the cross country race. Won at Cheltenham on softish ground the year before last. Fourth again this year, just tired in ground, probably too quick for him. Softer ground today will be absolutely fine. On the fringe should run another big race there, I think, as well. He's gone well at the course before. He's relatively fresh, so I think he's the type of horse that will do well. Other horses to flag up at Cheltenham, it's obviously a bit hit and miss because a lot of them have already spoke about on previous videos. So it's just a case of finding the right one to pick out now, basically, on the other days. So I think if we're looking at the Gold Cup, I'm still happy to stay with Quelle Esprit because the going is heavy, and I think, heavy going is perfect for him. He jumps well, stays well, and it's going to go right in his favour. I was quite bullish on Ruby Light, but I don't think so now on ground this heavy. I just think it's gone a bit too... I think it's got a bit too heavy for him. Whether he'll see it out or not, I don't know. But I think it may bring in at a big price if you're looking at playing something massive. Roberto Goldbeck, who was quite fancied over Christmas at Leopardstown on the heavy going. Didn't quite do what he was meant to, but the heavy going might bring it a lot more to his liking. In the 350, I'm still happy to go with 2 against the field here, which is Tranquil Sea, the top weight. Form on soft and heavy ground. He's a handicapper in a group race. I'm going to move because the dog is barking. And yeah, the other one we've got is Carrick Martin, who is the hurdler, or has been running over hurdles before actually going over fences again here. I think he's very, very well rated. Next up, my nap of the day, 4:30, the 2-mile hurdle, Boulder Success. Won brilliantly on all of his starts so far this season until Cheltenham when he fell. French bred, good hurdler. Breeding suggests soft won't be a problem. He's won on soft in France. I think he could be an absolute steal at around 2-1 at the moment. His Bart came second to Countrywide Flame in that race at 20-1. But I think he actually relished the better ground. Whether the heavy ground will be in his favour, I really don't know. Daroon is an interesting one. It looks to be the Willie Mullins second string. He was going great, and he just weakened between the last two at Cheltenham. Well, they say weakened. I think they quickened away from him, and I think the softer ground might come into his more to his liking at around 14-1. I think he could be a decent bet. The 505, it's by default really. I would be back in Un Artiste here. He won well at Cheltenham and then won quite comfortably in a listed Mears hurdle at Cheltenham again at the a couple of weeks back now. Beaten Swinkham Flame. He was obviously a good yardstick. The ground won't be a problem. He's obviously won at Cheltenham over 2-mile 1 with the hill, so 2-mile 2 around here won't be an issue. At 13-8, I thought you'd be tempted to back him more because the opposition doesn't seem to be overly strong. Baby Shine run a decent race at third behind Simon Sig at Aintree, but probably wouldn't fill the places if it wasn't for the fall or a couple out. I'm not sure about the ground being in his favour either. Gorgeous 60 is interesting. Closed at the closing stages in a Group 3 at Fairy House, and I think the softer ground will actually be more to his liking as well. So 7-1 could be a good bet here. I also quite kind of like Our Girl Sally. Was quite fancied at Cheltenham in the Mears hurdle and was right there between the last two before just being run out of it. Once again, I think the reason was the ground. It kind of quickened away. I think she wants softer ground and she could run a big race at 12-1. But for the moment, I'm happy to stick with Un Artiste. If you're looking for each way plays, so Gorgeous 60 and Our Girl Sally. And then the closing race is the 540 and Up for the Matchlups, absolutely thrown in. Won at Nace earlier in the season, back in March, in fact, over 2-mile 3. Got form on the ground. He's lobbed in here right at the foot of the handicap, 4-1. You can back him each way and get first, second, third, and fourth. I can't see him not coming in the first 4 unless he falls, to be honest with you. He's had a relatively quiet season and he could be absolutely thrown in. Interesting one could also be the Willie Mullins with Emmett Mullins on board, Immediate Response. Won as he liked at Limerick in heavy going, and I just don't know if he's finished improving or not yet. He could run a very, very big race. Second favourite's actually the first string, Marito. He was absolutely battered last time at Cork. No reasonable form in his one run this season. He seems to be a perennial underachiever, really. But it's interesting. Willie Mullins has gone. Ruby Walsh has gone for him over immediate response, but he has got it wrong this week, and I think he might have done it again here. So that is it for the Punchestown Festival. Hopefully we finish on a decent day. Now just to quickly run across to Sandown for this afternoon. It's the big closer of the season, which is the Bet365 Gold Cup. It hasn't been run on soft ground for a long time, and for this reason I'm actually going to go with Le Beau Bye. I don't think he is the classiest horse in the race by any stretch of the imagination, but he's been relatively lightly campaigned. In the heavy going, he ran in the Grand National Trial and came second at Haydock. Which I think is, in terms of a form line for this race, I think it's pretty much what you need. It's a similar trip. I'm not saying the going's necessarily going to be as dour as it was at Haydock, but it was still. In fact, sorry, he came third in that race, not second. Apologies. But in that race, second in that was Neptune Collonge, who went on and won the Grand National. So I think for that reason alone, the ground won't be a problem. He stays well. He obviously then won the Welsh National in soft going, so staying will not be an issue. I think they'll go a reasonable pace, not a reasonable pace in the sense that they'll go crazy, but I think he'll be able to get up there, which is the way he likes to run. And I just think the lack of class he may have compared to some of these, it might be able to be offset by the fact that it is such a heavy ground. West End Rocker, it's an uncharacteristic fall actually. At the second in the Grand National. So providing he hasn't been affected by that, he could run a big race. Though I've had a look at it again this morning. It was a crunching fall. So you'd have to have a watching brief on him. Major Malarkey, I actually tipped up on one of these videos for the Midlands National at 14-1, and he only got beaten 3/4 of a length. He's had a nice break since then. The ground won't hold any question marks for him, and he will stay. The only problem is he does have this habit of throwing in a stinker every now and then. But end of the season, this is the time when you're going to get some interesting results. And another one to throw in at a huge price today, Any Currency, 50-1. He'll stay all day. All of his defeats, there's been a relative reasoning behind it, really. He pulled up in bottomless ground in the Welsh National. He then came fourth next time out, which wasn't a bad race at all, to be honest with you, before coming eighth last weekend in the Scottish Grand National. It's not as heavy as it was at where was it at Chepstow for the Welsh National. It's actually good to soft, soft, good to soft in places, which he might get away with. It depends. The only worry is it's a week since his last big run in the Scottish National, which finishing eighth, there's no disgrace there. It's a pretty solid effort. I think he could run a big race if you're looking for something around 50-1. But in terms of a winner, I'm happy to stick with Le Beau Bye. I think he's got every chance in the world of adding to what's been a very good season for him already. One to throw in on the flat here is at Ripon, and that is Dubai Dynamo. He's come back to form. He's a form horse. He's either in form or out of form. Over 6 furlongs in soft at first last time out. He stayed on for third, only beaten 2 3/4 lengths by Tarek 2. Step up to a miles fine. The low draw, looking at the betting market, it's suggesting you need a low draw, and he's in 3. So keep an eye on him, currently around 15-2. Okay, good luck for everyone for today, and yeah, I'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot, bye.